Vacate immediately. That message now coming from Metrolinx as an Indigenous-led coalition continues to protest plans by the government to build an elevated transit line that would run through this urban forest in the Mount Dennis neighborhood.
It's a tough battle for us. Metrolinx has a lot of resources. They've threatened us with legal action.
The ongoing feud is over the Eglinton Crosstown West extension and the plan to build an overpass between Jane Street and Scarlet Road. It would result in almost 1,500 trees being cut down. Protesters have been calling on Metrolinx to rejig those plans and tunnel the tracks instead, and are willing to compromise further, saying a street-level train could also be an option.
We believe that there's real room to compromise here. We believe that there's real room for discussion that can save as much of our green space as possible, but we've been rebuffed at every turn.
Neelan Brissenden is with the group Stop the Trains in Our Parks. He's also an ally and spokesperson for the Indigenous-led coalition, and tells me one of their biggest issues is what he calls an utter lack of consultation. You know, if I do ask Metrolinx about public consultations on this project, I've got the list here. Metrolinx says it hosted 18 open houses, 68 pop-ups, 90 canvases, over 120 meetings with First Nations and community groups, plus 4 surveys.
The only questions that have been asked are, how would you like to activate underneath the guideway? What kind of murals? Are there artists who'd like to participate? What kind of color of lighting? Those kind of elements.
So you're saying these consultations went to the community with plans that were already set in stone?
Absolutely.
In a move to protect this urban green space, a sacred fire was lit here back in January on land that's slated to be a construction staging area. And firekeepers have been holding 4-day honoring ceremonies for each tree slated for destruction.
We do believe that any sacrifice we've made to be here has been worthwhile.
Is the coalition willing to leave if they get a court order?
We're going to have to take that day by day. Our sense right now is that we don't want to leave.
The ceremony is going to continue, and if they're going to come out and take us by force, then that will be a violation of our rights under the Indian Act. And so we're hoping that it doesn't come to that.
Metrolinx tells me it's critical that these trees are removed in the next few months to keep the project on track, and is hoping an agreement can be made to relocate this gathering space, saying legal action would be a last resort. Shauna Hunt, City News.